Welcome everybody to today's stream. Souls Remastered again. Everybody get comfortable. Thank you for joining. Check out, make sure everything is working properly. Hello? 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 Hey! Hello? Audio, audio. Let me fix audio real quick. Is that better? Is that better? Much better. Okay, cool. Much better. Welcome to today's stream of Dark Souls Remastered. Got a couple goals for you. We're going to be leveling up the Silver Knight Straight Sword, and the goal is also to take down Ornstein and Smo. So, first things first, welcome everybody. If you're coming from YouTube, thank you for being here. We're going to have a great time today. Cool deal. All right. Great. Sorry everybody, I was posting a video on YouTube Shorts to just let everybody know that I was going live. So hopefully we get some YouTube viewers in here today, but we're just going to get started. Like I said, main goal is to level up the Silver Knight Straight Sword that we got last playthrough, or last live, and go beat Ornstein and Smo. Maybe we can get a little bit further than that as well. We're going to have to buy some Twinkling Titanite, so I'm going to go ahead and kill some of these black Silver Knights. Geo is here with us today. I know that a lot of people seem to like Geo. Sorry, I was distracted. A lot of people seem to like Geo last stream, so it's a blessing to have him here today as well. But let's see what we can get into today. See if we can make some progress. Ornstein and Smo is, they're more of a challenge than I expected them to be. So really the strategy is just pretty straightforward right now. It's just to level up this sword and beat them. So I think it's going to be funny if we do get hit with another one. And we just have double, which, I couldn't complain, but I'm just going to kill a couple of them so we actually have some souls to actually buy like Twinkling Titanite with. So they're making good progress on the Elden Ring movie. I believe that I saw a post today that in like 636 days it'll be out. So if you guys are ready for that, then get excited. Just 2 more years left. Okay. This is the one that actually dropped it last time for us. I do believe there was a significant damage increase, so I think it's well worth it, because this is not even leveled up one time yet, so we should be in good shape. Welcome to everybody joining. Hopefully you guys had a great day. My day was pretty good. I was able to wake up this morning and have a beautiful day. No rain today. Rain yesterday, so it's always nice when you could just wake up and go to work. Went to the gym this morning. Got some gains in. I'm not a big dude by any. I think it's the showing up and actually trying to do something that really matters. And then eventually when you get the results, it's just kind of pay off for all of your hard work. So we're going to see if I can remember where he's at. I believe he's just on the other side here. Wow. Very non-forgiving. Give me 1 second and I'll read your message. I'm in a bind right here. Okay, well, now I can read your message. Love your vibe. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're just going to keep on moving forward. I've had many people just ask me to add them on Discord, and it kind of just slows the pace down. I can't allow it to be distracting me today. We have a goal to hit. I am sorry, but thank you. Which I don't know if that's just whether it was a bot or a scammer. I thought that I had put enough of this stuff in the mods that they wouldn't show up anymore, but they do proceed to show up, so it's fine. But yeah, but anyway, gotta wake up this morning and have a great day. Ate a nice blueberry muffin for breakfast with my coffee. And personally, I think blueberry muffins have got to be the best muffins. Who's really going out there and like getting like a chocolate chip muffin or like a banana muffin? Because I think those are both choices when I went to the kiosk at work, but I ended up choosing blueberry muffins just because they're better. You guys can let me know if you agree or not, but I think if you don't agree, then your opinion's probably wrong. I don't know. Wow, welcome. I guess I hadn't done enough to get rid of them, but it's fine. Welcome anyway. I mean, thanks for the chat. I do appreciate a good chat. So I had quite a lot of discussions with people in YouTube Shorts here previously. This last live, I got a lot of people talking. One of them was about a troll. Last live stream, I guess I content farmed a little too hard, and I was like, is Bloodborne really that good? Yes, it is that good. It's a very unique game. It's, you know, a lot of people were saying that it's gothic and it has its personal vibe instead of the medieval vibe that Dark Souls has. And honestly, I can see how it could go either way, whether you really like it or really don't like it. And I think I remember when it first came out, a lot of people were not a fan of Bloodborne just because it's, I don't know why they didn't like it, but many people told me the lore was the real reason that the game is just so good. And I think I'm gonna have to play it again here on the channel. And so something that I have done and I regret doing. So my first playthrough, get down. Geo's interrupting again. Yeah, so the first playthrough that I ever did of any of the Dark Souls games, 1, 2, 3, no, 2 I did have the DLC, but I did make a mistake with most of them, and that was not playing the DLC because I was young, and honestly, I didn't have the funds to actually get the DLC for any of them. So having not played the DLC, my opinions on a lot of the games were a lot different than what they should be. So recently I went back with my friends and we played through Dark Souls 1 and 2. Granted, I had already played the Dark Souls 1 DLC, but this was, hello! This was the first time that I had played the, sorry, losing my train of thought. Let's see if we can reinforce the Silver Knight Straight Sword. So we can only do it one time. One Twinkling Titanite, and I could do it again. I just have to have the souls to do it. So, how much do you give me? But the Twinkling Titanite seemed to be pretty expensive. Let me get him separated here. But I think I did make a partial commitment to one of the viewers on YouTube Shorts that I would end up playing Sekiro next. That is the only FromSoft game that I had not played. Well, I say only FromSoft game that I had not played. Obviously, Kingsfield is out of question because I'm not playing that. And then all the ones that I probably have never heard of, also out of question. But, you know, modern-ish FromSoft games, the only one that I hadn't played is Sekiro. So I think I've committed to playing Sekiro next. I've heard that it's a really good game, and I'm not gonna act like I haven't played some of it, because I have played some of Sekiro, but I haven't played enough to make like a fair judgment on it. And if the channel's gonna be about judgment, and specifically about like FromSoft games, then I think it would be beneficial if I actually had played Sekiro. So I think that's the next step on the list. Now, these guys are so intimidating to be kind of squishy. There we go. We're going to see how many more souls we need, because I'm under the impression that a Twinkling Titanite's like 8,000 is what I think I read, and that's a lot. That's a lot of souls. That's force, I guess. Goodness. Can you still hear me? Yeah, you can. Okay, sorry, I was just checking my mic because I had assumed that it had cut off. Oh, he's healing. Wow. I didn't know they could do that. It seems like a lot of people just, they do prefer the niche, not niche, but I guess niche isn't a bad word, but, you know, different games other than like the traditional FromSoft, like medieval. Like, they prefer Sekiro and Bloodborne and stuff, which, mad respect to you guys. And I'll play Sekiro next, I believe. It'll give me an excuse to buy another game, because I have all of the Dark Souls, I have Bloodborne, except for the DLC. Oh yeah, I did lie to somebody in the comments the other day, because I had pissed somebody off with the Bloodborne, you know, comment. I like base game Bloodborne personally, but he's under the impression that the game is better with the DLC, and he was basically like, "Oh, your opinion sucks." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. Opinions can suck." And he asked me, he was like, "Did you play the DLC or just base game?" And I straight up lied to him. I was like, "No, I played the DLC." I don't feel bad about it either, to be honest. I mean, if you're gonna rage on a video that says rage bait in the title, you know, I think it's warranted that. Okay. Well, I guess we can do this all over again and get some more souls on the way back, so that's the benefit. We're gonna have to man up and actually go beat Ornstein and Smo here shortly. It's almost becoming a bit at this point. Like, how many attempts is it going to take? Here we go. We're going to beat this archer. You guys have probably seen this 100 times if you've watched like my YouTube videos of the live stream. So I'm sure it's not bothering you one bit that I continuously just whack away at these guys. But you see how much better this sword is? It's a really good sword though. I'm actually very impressed. And the souls are nice because this is just gonna get us a little closer to our goal. I think after we beat Ornstein and Smo, we're going to the, oh gosh, what's it called? It's the woods with Sif. Ve, puedes bajar el volumen un poco a mi computadora. Hay un botón en el keyboard. En el keyboard. Por menos volumen. No sé, tócalo. Sí, está bien. Solo podía escuchar el juego tanto y no sé si ellos podían escuchar también. Gracias. Alright, so we could just wrap around the top. Oh well, we gotta get our souls. It's like they're scared, they just jump away. Gosh, I should be scared. So omnidirectional rolling is something that they added, I think in Dark Souls 3, I don't know, don't quote me on that. And I have to mention that it was a life changer. Dark Souls 1 not having it is just like, it's not awful, but it's definitely janky. There we go. Honestly, I didn't know that guy could get up here. And he definitely hit me with that. My wife is in there playing with Gia. Amor, él está tratando de matarte. Gia, ¿por qué hace eso? He was fighting with you? Gia, why are you fighting Mama? He gets a little frisky sometimes, so. We're gonna buy one. Reinforced weapon. There we go. So it'll take 2 now. Now we can't afford one. So it's a +2. And we're halfway to 2 of them. About. We need like 8,600 more souls. So let's kill these guys. I think they drop 3,000 apiece, which isn't bad to be, considering how big of a pushover they are. So that's what we're gonna do. And now they'll be even bigger of a pushover because, ow. Now 2 of them at the same time is not ideal. You know what? Call me crazy. Let's give it a go. First attempt of the stream. The trick is to have both of them on the screen, I believe. Granted, this did not work very well for me last time I attempted them, but it's just what I remember doing every time that I fought them. But I think the very, very last time, you know, in a separate playthrough that I attempted these guys, I think I did use summons, but we are committed to no summons, so. It's kind of funny how he'll push, Ornstein will be pushed around by Smo's like hammer. Like if he does a sweep and Ornstein's right there. This is not a bad attempt. You know, when you're not fighting with a pillow, you know, the boss fight's not that hard. I know it's a little shocking, but that longsword was awful. I'm confident that if we get Ornstein down, we can beat Ornstein and Smo right now. Use that pillar as a little protection. Ooh, swap back. Wow, that was lucky, honestly. Okay, so my confidence is slowly going down since okay, the lock on swapped and it messed me up. Okay, not a bad attempt though. For the first attempt, not a bad attempt. If you're joining, welcome everybody. Super excited to be playing some Dark Souls today. We are beating Ornstein and Smo today. That was our first attempt of the stream. Don't feel too bad about that. I'm actually not disappointed in the fact that it was, you know, only a +2, I believe, now. A little context behind that. We had been grinding for the Silver Knight Straight Sword for probably a combined hour and a half, 2 hours, right? And finally got it. And that last run just made me feel like it was all worth it, because goodness, I went from doing like 40 damage to Ornstein and Smo to doing like 110 a hit, you know? Such a big difference. But let's run down here. Hey, just, you know, since you're watching, probably on YouTube at this point, thank you guys for watching. And I noticed that a lot of my YouTube content is getting like around 1,000 views, and a lot of people aren't subscribed. So, not the full length videos, but the shorts. So while you're here, just hit the subscribe button. As of this video, we're at like 294 subs. So if we can get to 300, I think that would be a good milestone. Granted, the big goal for now is 500, but we gotta crawl before we can walk, and I would love y'all's help. So wow, I'm getting comboed. Alright, I'm gonna lock in here. I may get a little quiet, so I'm not ignoring you guys. There we go. Did some good damage right there. I am happy with that. I know it's easier to kill Smo first, but every time I have ever killed Smo first, Ornstein has just come back with a vengeance and laid me out. So you see what I mean by him getting pushed around? So I can't die with 6 Estus. Please. Oh god. I can't see anything. Oh, camera shake is crazy. Now I really need to see if it would be worth my while leveling it up one more time, because that may be the extra push that we need just to get it over the edge. I just wish I had different armor. I think you get like the regular knight set. I think we should push for one more. Well, now my souls are in the way. I don't think I have a ring of sacrifice either. Alright. We're just going to beat our head against the wall a little bit. We're almost killing those guys one parry now, by the way. What a long way we have come. We're going to run through here and rock out. Roll. Nice. Easy dodges. I do feel dialed in right now. We just gotta make the best of how I'm feeling. I would be lying if I said that I'm not ready to get out of this area and just move on. I am ready. But let's not harp on that. Let's just have a good boss fight here. Try making the best of it. Best thing about Dark Souls is every boss, you know, it feels fair to a degree. You know, sometimes if you forget to level up ADP in Dark Souls 2, then it may not feel so fair, but I think that's what Dark Souls has perfected, or FromSoft has perfected, and a lot of other game developers with bosses have not, because they don't feel fair sometimes. I don't know if this is just me, but I was recently playing Crimson Desert, and I will tell you this: some of the, boss fights in that game, gosh, I gotta lock in. Some of the boss fights in that game, just like, some things just felt impossible to dodge, to an extent. Like, I feel like some things I just couldn't dodge. And boss fights shouldn't be like that. That's to end that statement. They should feel like if they land an attack on you, it's because you did something wrong. With these two, it's a little harder to see that just due to the fact that there's two of them, and the whole point of the fight is that it's unfair, to a degree. See, I was just going to throw away the fight there. I believe they said that you can kill both of these guys at the same time. Like if you... Wow, that was fast. This is probably my worst attempt ever on this boss. Okay. I think it's fair. Hey, welcome, mate. I love that that's your first message every time that you get on here. Honestly, I didn't even hear the message come through. But thank you for being here. So do you see the chat alert? Here, say something in the chat real quick. Okay. I'm trying to put it in the right spot. Hey, say something again. One more time. One more time. Peak. Okay, sick. I think that's fair. Yes, that's okay. Gosh, I had it in the right spot. I just wanted a little bigger. Okay, I think that's good. Can everybody see that fine? Trying to learn this like OBS thing can at times be a little confusing, but Alright, this is going to be our best attempt yet. I'm not going to accept anything less. There's just so much stuff to do. And Gia, come here. Keeps chewing on the shoes. Wow. That's just greed for you. Like A+ greed. Alright, I may get silent. That's just because I'm trying to lock in. I can't have my dog chewing on shoes and talking and all that at the same time. I gotta get used to the streamer thing. And right now we have to beat Ornstein in Smo. This is the second video that's going to be titled "We're beating Ornstein in Smo today." So, we just gotta lock in. It's just time to see a new environment. Like, time to go kill Sif, or time to go kill the Moonlight Butterfly, or something like that. It's just time to get out of here, so we're beating it this time. No exceptions. There we go. Good damage. Wow, how can something so good go so bad so fast? Oh gosh. YouTube viewers, I apologize for this poor performance. You guys have watched like 2 total playthroughs of just attempts at Ornstein and Smoke, and they are not that hard. I swear they're not that hard. I even said it in one of my YouTube shorts that Ornstein and Smoke is actually not that hard, and I still stand by that. I don't think they're that hard. I think that I probably should just take the time to level this sword up and quit playing around. Because, you know, is grinding to make the sword better? Is that, you know, better content than just sitting here and waiting for me to beat Gio, come here. Hey, come here. Keeps chewing on these shoes. But yeah, I mean, is that better content than me just dying over and over again? I don't know. Some of you guys are probably getting pleasure out of this. Like, oh my gosh, this guy sucks. But they're not that hard. Alright. First mistake. Okay, second mistake. Here he comes. Big man. Alright, I came in really aggressive. We're gonna try slowing it down a little bit. I just needed the damage. Gia. There we go. That was destiny. Wow, that range is stupid. Alright, this is it. This is it. Gosh, that was an awful first phase. I don't know what to say. Lock on, please. Dude, we were here way too long. I'm just glad it's over. Oh god, victory lap is what we need, a victory lap. I'm so glad we're done with that. I have got to stop going to these places underleveled. I have got to stop doing it. At first it was Quelaag, and now it's Ornstein and Smo, but Ornstein and Smo is much harder than Quelaag. And this, honestly, in this no summons run, it proved to be far more difficult to actually beat Ornstein and Smo. Which, honestly, I don't remember using summons for Ornstein and Smo previously, but we're going to enter the Covenant. Cool deal. Alright, nice. Let's continue along the journey, because well deserved. Ornstein and Smo is one of the greatest bosses ever made. I said it previously. And I think that I need to shut my mouth about difficulty for a little while and just enjoy the game, because I said, hey, they're a walk in the park, but turns out I'm an idiot. No, but no, very fun boss, very, very fun boss. And I think that it is, like I said, it is the duo that most games should just remember and try to see. What's that shit? What's that shit I be talking about? Just 50,000 souls, that's all. That's all I have on me, you know. Thought I was playing Dark Souls 1, not Dark Souls 2. Goodness gracious. Yes. Alright, get him out of here. I'm just glad that we're through it. I can barely even speak. But, yeah, we're going straight to Andre after this, and we're going to go down to the forest. Hopefully beat Sif in this episode, and also Moonlight Butterfly, maybe. I think that's a pretty good goal to have. So, okay, let's buy 4 of them. Yep. Yep. And then we need 4 Twinkling Titanites. I think we can do it. We can only buy 1? That's weird. What is that? Oh. Wonder how many souls Ornstein and Smo's soul will give you. Oh, I guess Smo's soul. 12,000? Are we 1 away? Do we need 1? I think we need 1 to get it to a +4, and then we're just gonna have to travel back. Partially embarrassed to post this on YouTube, but we're gonna do it anyway, because, you know, it's part of the journey, and I think that's why I did this, is to share my personal no summons playthrough of Dark Souls. So that I am gonna post it regardless how embarrassing it is that it took that many attempts to beat Ornstein and Smo. And now these guys. But cool. Let's just go now. Let's forget about leveling up for a second. I don't think it's necessary to level this up right now. Who am I kidding? It probably is necessary, considering my skill level. Maybe it is necessary, but I just want to do other stuff in this episode. I don't want to again, you know. Do not remind me. Sims Fortress again, awful. Up to this point, I had never had this much trouble in a Dark Souls game. I really have no reason to kill this guy. I've never done boss weapons. I don't know if that's what what he drops is weapons. Okay. Yeah, this is where this is where I believe that we should have come, like, previously. Oh gosh. I was just about to say I almost fell off. There's so much about these games I just don't know. I don't consider myself one of those lore nerds. Nerds isn't the right terminology, but one of the lore gurus that just know everything about these games. And honestly, I condemn people that just know everything about this game, or the second game, or the third game, because Miyazaki uses passive storytelling in a way that the story can blow by you, and you would never know what it was about if, you didn't read an item description, or if you didn't really listen to what the NPCs were saying, or if you didn't really listen to what the other NPC was saying, So it's something that is like, dang, these games are just next level. Okay, so Moonlight Butterfly is that direction, I believe, through this little peeky hole, or this little crevice. So I really want... I swore that Okay, I guess you weren't done with your animation yet. I'm sorry. I thought that the, knight armor was here. Maybe that's it right there. Oh, wow. So, don't laugh, but I have previously been filtered by this boss. So, I just remember, fighting it and it hitting me with, the pulse magic thing, pew pew. And every single time, I just couldn't dodge it. But I'm hoping that I'm leveled up enough to do enough damage. Where is it? Oh god, hello. But I was told just hug the wall. Yeah, that one. Oh yeah, just hug the wall. Wow. Just land. So yeah, I mean, it's a cool boss. I'm sure there's some sort of like great lore behind it, but look at the design. It's got like the coil on its head and oh my gosh. I can't. I tried beating Ornstein. It's my way too early. I mean, that's just apparent now. I mean, it gave me 1,000 souls for beating it. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, 1,000 souls? Wow, you're too kind. Nice. That is plenty for me, brother. Thank you. Go back to the last bonfire rested at. And let's warp to the Undead Parish and see about buying the key to the door. I know it's 20,000. I was hoping this would give me 10. Is that crazy? Oof. Yeah, it was. I wonder if you can sell items to Andre. You can't sell items to him. Okay. I wonder how many this guy gives you. You just need 7,000. He's not as scary as he is. Wow. Famous last words. Well, it helps when your whole body's a hitbox, huh? Give me 7,000. 2,000. Okay. I can live with 2,000. Because we just need 5,000 now. And there were some enemies through here, so let's just run back. Okay, they give me 100. I wonder how many of those knights give me. I'll just take you with me for a second. Don't worry. There's some items in here. Roll. Still get hit. That probably gives me like 2,000, right? Or 500. 1,000. Okay, we're getting closer. We may be under leveled for Sif, and I could be crazy, but I remember him being a formidable like foe if you weren't properly leveled. So, okay, they give 600. So a couple of those, and I think we could deal with this. Ow. They hit hard. Okay, good trade. Just a couple more and we'll be fine. Wakey wakey. Alright, should just be one more and a couple more of the grass guys. Wakey wakey. I mean, it's just like so much easier with this sword. Looks like that tree's gonna grab you. That was kind of scary. Huh. No more enemies, huh? I would do anything to kill some enemies right now. Why does this tree look so suspicious? Casi terminé, amor. I remember there were some guys in here, I thought. Alright, we are almost to the soul count that we need. We'll just run back. We should be there. Oh yeah, one thing that I wanted to do. This is the weapon. The weapon? This is the helmet I was looking for the whole time. Are you serious? I guess we need to get endurance up. We got some lighter pants. I got a skirt. I guess I have to wear a skirt. Wow, this helmet's heavy. Okay. I've taken everything off, except for the shirt. And the robes are the lightest thing. No, they are the lightest thing that I have. You know what? We need Havel's ring, which I can grab that like next episode. Got just enough and then some. ¿Qué pasa? I just feel so much slower now that I'm slow rolling. Not slow rolling, but fat rolling. What am I doing? You know what I should do? Oh, I already used it.
Well, don't get you.
Alright, so we're gonna go kill Sif, and I'm under the impression that we can level up endurance probably enough times, hopefully, that we can use the helmet. And then the fit will kind of be complete. I mean, this is just what I rock, is the little dingy robes and the helmet. I feel like it gives me like a Wandering Knight vibe. And that's what I like. Wonder how much damage we're gonna do. See if we do like a whole bunch of damage to him. And yes, I'm just gonna run past everybody. Oof. I mean, these guys hurt regardless. And now I'm gonna go talk to the kitty. Leave me alone.
Is it not electric? Well, I come.
Alright, we're gonna join the Covenant just to get them off our back for now.
And here.
Thank you so much. And I do want the flippy ring at some point, so we are going to do exactly what she just told us not to do. At some point, not right now. You see the boss door way back there in the back? That's where we're going. I'm not killing the mushroom guys. They are way too cute for me to be assassinating. Alright, hopefully we could get the opportunity to see one of the saddest bosses go down today. It's just so sad. Especially when you get it down to low damage and it's just crippled. It's awful. Alright, let's take this cutscene seriously. Just a field of swords. Alright, well, let's give him a warrior's death. Hopefully. Okay. He's got a decent health. Wow. I would be lying if I said I was prepared to die that fast. But, hey, like I've said previously, I like to give all the bosses at least one chance to, you know, prove their might. Go down here and see if we can beat him second try. We should be able to. I mean, honestly, this boss, if you meet him when you're properly, not properly, but a little over leveled, he is a cakewalk. And this isn't one of those situations like last time where I was like, yeah, Ornstein Smough is easy. Or Dark Souls has gotten easier. This is actually one of the times where I believe it, so. Sí, en un momento. Dame un poco. He does a lot of damage. I can't walk backwards. That's disgusting. I like how he's adjusting the sword in his mouth as he goes. That's awful. Trying to talk during boss fights for me just don't work. The one attempt that I did beat Artorias and Ornstein and Smo. I didn't say a word, you know, until the end, and I was like, yes, yes. But I don't know. It's something about talking during boss fights. And there's no blame in the gear this time. It's purely just on me. Whether I'm good at dodging, suck at dodging. Alright. He is going down this time, though. He's just a overgrown Geo. That's all he is. Not a lot of window to heal. Wow. Are you serious? Honestly, I've never had to attempt Sif this many times. Granted, every other time I've ever gone and beat him was right before the Four Kings boss fight. So everything's maxed, you know, stats are super high. But if you like, if you like seeing somebody that's obviously struggling with Dark Souls this playthrough, I'm sure you're enjoying yourself. I had to get back and heal right there. I had flashbacks of just getting one shot. Like I almost did right there. Oh god, I did it. I crippled him. I feel bad. Thanks, Sif. Thanks. Now I feel really awful for beating you. Alright, well, I mean, that's a great time to end the stream. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube and everything. But don't go yet. I actually have a little bit of a surprise for everybody. So, I've been wanting to do this thing where I actually read a segment from my book that I'm writing on stream, so you guys can actually hear, you know, parts of my like personal life. So with context, it's a story. It's going to be called The Hand of God, and it's about a king that is kind of like a murder mystery at first, and then he gets this artifact that basically uses kind of like Christian ideas as Jesus was given to us to die for our sins. In this world, the hand of God was given to us to save us from our sins in a way, or save us from things like more natural things like famine, like that. So here's a segment, and I'll kind of read it no context and just let you enjoy it. I should have your head, Gale said plainly. You forget your position. No, Gale, Varric said. You forget yours. Watch your footing, or you may soon lose it. Gale glanced around the room and straightened as he noticed how many men had already gripped their pommels. I will not cower before your... Forgive me. Gale glanced around the room and straightened as he noticed how many men had already gripped their pommels. I will not cower before you or your men. Harmless as horseflies on the rear of a steed, creatures that have earned their names by the ass they follow. So, I'll reread the last part. This is mainly for shorts, so you could just skip this part. Basically, so I wanted to read a portion of my book for you guys, kind of as a thank you for watching my stream and everything. Gale glanced around the room and straightened as he noticed how many men had already gripped their pommels. I will not cower before you or your men. They are as harmless as horseflies on the rear of a steed, creatures that have earned their name by the ass they follow. But, alright, with that, good night, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hope to see you next stream on Wednesday.